another lovely Sunday, which means that we get to settle down and chill with some magical girls. Of course, with the world of the witches and random beasts and butterflies and whatnot, I don't know exactly how calming it will be. After all, I've played things like Persona, and this does give me that kind of vibe. Just with a lot more cheer and optimism from some of the characters. Wanting to change your life with a wish, think of something grandiose and hopefully not selfish. What does it mean to be a magical girl? Only time will tell. So, settle down, get a drink, and let's begin. What? Actually, having some character backstory and whatnot presented in this way? I mean, we've seen family time getting ready in the morning with Madoka, but a hospital room. This is hard-cutting stuff sometimes. Got to have the small enjoyances where you can, whether it be music or movies and the like. What is that CD player type thing? And while I do appreciate a good bit of like classical or he is young solo string, things are definitely going to get worse before they get better. I'm thinking maybe a wish will be used for the sake of another there. You know, medical science can only go so far. How... I still think there's going to be some weird monkey paw type shenanigans going on. Maybe it's just because of the influence from watching Gushing Over Magical Girls, where they got the mascots who aren't exactly all on the up and up about what they're doing. But yeah, like I've said before, I really do love the artistic stylings of this. The slight switch ups in line work and whatnot every now and again. The backgrounds, which are quite abstract a lot of the time. Where's the recoil of that thing? And like I was just saying about abstract enemy designs and VFX and whatnot. And yet they seem to be having fun with it. So it's a game of cat and mouse. True. If you just go after the ones with the grief seeds, then what about everything else that just rampages around? Is it something that she's willing to come out with and just tell you, though? Oh, ah, So, to preserve oneself right there. But yeah, it seems as though this wish granting thing, cat thing, sneaks up on people in yeah, where they don't really have an option. Was it because she was best suited, or just because she would agree immediately? What are the limits? Can I have that in writing? Can you just wish for all of the grief seeds and witches and creatures and what to not exist? Okay. Probably more than ever, but sure. I like the kind of weird, slight, not theology, but psychology of it all. Slight differences in meaning and intent, but I feel as though there's someone who's not really following the conversation. Not really helping here. So, for reasons, make the wish now! But also, no, don't rush into it. You want to think carefully. Yeah, why does she want to become a magical girl? Is it for the power and the glory, or the outfit? But just going after uh, running in someone's shadow rather than. I do not like the shadowing, as I just said, of that scene just there. And how, pray tell, can you tell that? I see. That's what the issue is. Has to help them upstairs. Put her in a recovery position. Everyone has a tough life, don't they? I mean, a sense of adversity, maybe she enjoys that. Maybe it's just so that she can complain and drink afterwards. There we go. There are some that enjoy the challenge that life throws at them, others that like to coast and take it easy. I'm not naming any names, especially not myself there. But others that just try to make the best of whatever they're handed. It does take a certain sense of strength to actually face adversity and walls in life and actually enjoy fighting against it. We're going to get fancy new backgrounds and creatures again. Can they go back to becoming normal like citizens and civilians though if they decide not to join on? Or is that not allowed? Everyone sees the potential in her. True, it could be a potential adversary, but also, can we please just use our words to explain positions and reasonings a little? Why she seems to be going against them. Who's this creeper taking pictures from underneath the bench? Oh, I guess that would be us watching. That's called a bike. Ah. And if it goes off, everyone in the vicinity will be caught in it. Didn't they have a telepathic connection between them? Or was it only when they're in a close vicinity? When she's got the bat, after all. And the longer you stay talking about it, the more danger they'll be in. Okay, that answers that question, but I would say it's probably best to leave them as well. What's that heartbeat just now? Okay, I wasn't imagining it. Yeah, you could have bought yourself another 10 seconds if you had left immediately. This is awesome. This is like a high school art class project. Oh, maybe not with all the syringes. Well, maybe with all the syringes. But are the things in this barriered realm inherently hostile? I do like that it's like the palaces of Persona and whatnot, taking on the aspect of the hospital that they're outside. Well, shit. Well, she's not going to go down that easily. Okay. Don't stand out too much. And I mean, she didn't need to go in. What exactly is she going to do in there to help out, other than just be in the way? But I do love the weird watercolor collage, delicious cookies, the backgrounds and scenes take. See, there it goes again. They're not inherently against each other. I mean, she said that she would take down the enemy. So why would you need to? She wasn't interfering or anything. that kind of... I do like how it's twisting it. You know, we're getting shown off that she's not to be trusted, and this evil magical girl thing who's, I don't know, got some shady secrets and whatnot. And now the ones we're supposed to be getting along with are just rubbing me off the wrong way. Especially with the self-righteousness and the hair flick and the pomposity of it. Maybe I don't like that type of person. She wants to stand out, at least in a little, help someone. There we go. What is this? Hansel and Gretel House of Horrors. And are all of these places like butterfly and candy and whatnot? I wish for the power to help people, and been given the ability to become a magical girl for that. This is a one-way street, becoming a magical girl. It's not a career that you should get into lightly. See, this is the kind of self-acceptance weakness that would have been good. The messaging seems all over the place, really, though, because it's like, want you to become a magical girl. You've got the power to be amazing at it, but it's also not great. But at least they're being open about what it means. I mean, you don't have to be cool and strong 100% of the time. Weakness is inherent and warranted, actually. I thought you said there wouldn't be time for finding love and whatnot. Then... Really? You'll give away infinite wealth for... That's a pretty nice cake. Thank you for not just going along with it, even if her heart was stirred by the thought of pastries. With the operating theatre, if this doesn't have some creepy surgeon aesthetic, I'll be disappointed. Well, they said the use of magic will just speed it up and whatnot, so it knows they're there now. I like the overhead lights in the background. That's a nice little touch. Has a sense of, yeah, that weight being lifted off of her shoulder after the talk with Madoka just there. But are they going to arrive too late is the thing, considering the... Oh, no, okay. The Kyushu is meant to have hatched and grown into something. Did it have to come from a... Wait, now in a tea party? I cannot read that bottom bit. Was that in, like, Cyrillic? It was just trying to have a... That was an execution. It was just trying to have a tea party. Don't let your guard... Is that Lego? I keep getting distracted by everything. I mean, if she just gets a howitzer... I don't like that clown. Okay. That's one way to release a lock. And one hell of a way to show a scene with just kind of suggestive imagery rather than actually showing anything. I mean, rather than a calm, collected think about what they want, now it's would be really quite rushed. So the warning should have been quite evident there, but no. Can't take any advice from those that you don't like. The successful face of, yes, I've had a tasty snack each time. What the hell was that just now? Are we just watching Tom and Jerry? What is this? Acme cartoon. Ooh, that's some nice regrowth healing stuff there. Birthing itself from its own mouth. So you rush into danger not knowing what it is, or not even having the strength to... What a waste of tea. But, okay, now my question is, if someone dies in that barrier realm, what happens? Is there anything left to even, have a funeral over? Does it, though? I mean, she didn't defeat it. There you go, creating friends along the way. Even if it was trying to, keep them safe in terms of, you're not ready for this. I tried to say how fucking dangerous this was, and you didn't listen. Just after she thought she'd made a friend. This is why it's better to stay alone. You don't get eaten by giant worm clowns. But yeah, does everything need to be so obfuscated? Having words of advice and whatnot come off as rather sharp and targeted rather than the help they're meant to be. And she doesn't really know how to deal with people. It's like my brother trying to talk about I don't know what you would call them. Things that he's very passionate about. There we go. Fuck it. He's a vegan, so you can guess what I mean from that. His heart is in the right place, but the way that he tries to put across the points he's making really doesn't work. Far too argumentative and on point, which is kind of the issue here with that character. But also, what a bit of self-righteous confidence, as I said before, can get you. We were told how dangerous it was, and yet she's rushed in. So yeah, I don't need any help. But I can't. Of all the things of Madoka Magica, there is one or two things that I knew beforehand, because, it's been out for a while, and the internet has existed for a while, and I've had a Discord for a while. Mary was, a character that I knew of, and for one reason or another, an inevitability that I knew of. Didn't think it was episode 3. That kind of came as a bit of a shock. But after the fun times, and I finally made a friend, someone that I can rely on. We're no longer alone in this world of magical girls. Yeah, that should have been the tip-off. That's the red flag that... I do like the kind of idea behind some the characters that you got. Someone that, can I use my wish for someone else? One that is in hospital and not doing too well, probably with some sort of terminal illness. That's why the questioning about the wish and how it can be used. And then you got another character who just doesn't really have any area to shine, and she's never stood out before, just in a normal, standard family life, and blah, blah, blah. And yet, mysterious powers on the precipice, and you see how much potential. So even without using a wish, well, she's already got what she wants there. Something to stand out against the rest about. I do wonder if... But now that they've had this tragedy, if their resolve is going to be strengthened or hindered. Seeing a death right in front of him, so hang on, I knew you said it was dangerous, but I didn't know that was, in an instant, just everything over. No fanfare, no farewells or anything. The world of magical girls isn't all about flowers and frills. And having it shown so clearly in front of them. The world is a harsh place. Even harsher when you having an impromptu haircut. I did wonder if there'd be any adverse effects with the grief seed hatching right next to the building like this, but apparently, yeah, as we saw, no one else was brought into it or affected that we know of yet. The rules of the grief seeds, their hatching, what draws them, magic and whatnot, and when she used the lock, is that not using magic? Was it just a sense of rivalry and competition? So no, you're not getting this. This is my grief seed. I'm getting it, not you. Was that what led up to that? Binding her, engaging an inevitable death of a character. I mean, they're both as bad as each other. You got one that doesn't really have any sort of tact in what she says or how she's saying it, and a quite cold demeanor the entire time. So, granted, comes across as like uncooperative, unwilling to help, but not inherently aggressive or against them. So I don't think they needed to keep her out of the way like that. And then you got the other side who just won't listen. Believes they're right. Can we all just agree that having to deal with drunk people is a pain? I feel for that father so much. It's like, you're drunk, deal with it yourself. Just don't die in your own vomit. The idea of that entire scene just to be showing off the way the mother enjoys going up against the establishment, the company, the rules, the people, and fighting back against it and doing the best she can. Yeah, okay, I kind of like it. Don't think you needed to show it by, company drinks and whatnot, but sure. Once again, shaft being shaft, some interesting backgrounds, and I do want to know if there's an actual philosophy behind the designs for creatures and backgrounds in this, or if it's just whatever they thought up in the time. Because, outside hospital, syringes, pills, cake. So where did the cookies and cake come from? Is it affected by those in the vicinity? And just we got someone who is clearly very invested in cake. I'm glad though that they didn't have to get forced into a wish there to save their skins and can actually think about it for a little time longer. Because if they were forced into a deal right there, could it be considered a contract under duress and legally not entirely binding? I doubt it. If you enjoyed Madoka Magica, let me know. If I entertained you at all, leave a like and a comment on the video. Consider even subscribing to the channel so you help it grow a little more so we can watch a lot more anime together. And of course, jump onto my Discord for any memes, votes, and conversations along the way. But for now, don't let your guard down. Don't go near any creepy clowns. Get some rest, and I'll see you for the next one. I want to thank each and every one of my patrons for allowing me to keep my head firmly stuck to my shoulders and not really venturing out where it's all too dangerous. I can just sit inside and watch anime. So, my appreciation needs to go out to Sal, AegisTR, Darky26, Guado, Kite, Reds Racer, Ultra Pouring, Wolfie Sensei, Zug, and everyone else. For some of my wishes have already been granted, and no magical girls needed to be harmed for it.